Broadcasting from the C lot of Joan C. Edwards Stadium, The ThunderCast is here with all the sights and sounds of game day. We are your tailgate destination. We are your fan base amplification. We are the ThunderCast, and we are live.
We're live.
Welcome to ThunderCast Live, powered by Ignite Link. Russ here with Jed, just off camera. He's getting ready to come in. And you can see behind us, we have the Marshall cheerleaders. Why do we have the Marshall cheerleaders? Well, Greg Bunner, a follower of the ThunderCast, had 2 deck passes and a parking pass at the garage, and he said, I want to donate these, and you guys raise funds for the cheerleaders. And did you enjoy that?
Yes!
So Greg, if you're watching or if you hear about this later, they are extremely appreciative of that. And we're going to draw a name. We had 16 different donors, so they are going to give us a number between 1 and 16. And ladies, anytime you are ready, I'm ready.
Number 5.
Number 5 is Jill Jackson. Jill, you won 2 deck passes to next week's game at Homecoming and the garage pass, and we have them here at the ThunderCast tailgate, and we will also try to get up with you later today. But congratulations, Jill Jackson. Anyone else watching thinks this is pretty cool, want to do something like this? Let us know, and we would really like this year to donate as much as we can to the cheerleaders. Ladies, thank you so much. Anything else you want to say? If not, how about a real big go Herd?
We're just so appreciative, and we want to say thank you so much. Ready, girls? 1, 2, 3. Go Herd!
Doesn't get any better than that. Ladies, enjoy yourselves today. Thank you so much. I'll take these and give them to Jill. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Jed, that was pretty cool.
That was very cool.
Yeah.
No, that's and thank you for donating those tickets. And again, like Russ said, if you have an opportunity like this for a little giveaway or something like that to just bring recognition to so many of our athletic programs, especially the cheerleaders here, please reach out to Russ or myself or the ThunderCast handle on Twitter and let us know. We love getting our athletes involved and making and helping them financially as well.
Yeah, and we need to thank Greg again. Greg was very gracious. He didn't ask me to say his name, but I'm going to because I thought that was really cool. He could have donated those. He could have given them to anybody, and he said, I would like to make sure that money goes over to the cheerleaders for their athletic fund, their championship fund. Yeah. So big thanks to him. Also for 16 different people that made those donations. That was a lot of money that went over to the cheerleaders for their championship fund. Jed, we got a short show today, but a very important one. I do not see the Monarchists right now, but as soon as they are over here, we're going to have them on for a minute. And we've got our friends from England that you and I got to hang out with on Wednesday.
Yeah, that was a really great time. I know you and Katie typically get to interact with parents of athletes and things like that more than I do, just because of the way you all work and how close you are to the program. And so that was kind of a first for me to experience that. And I'm telling you, it's just we've got such a great family of athletes and their parents, and it's just fantastic. So they took us out to dinner. Russ and I, they come in from the UK, take us out to dinner, and we had a wonderful time. So that was a fantastic experience. And they're here today. I don't know where they're at.
They're over here. Yeah.
I doubt that we could get them on camera, but we may try to sneak them on. But
and you'll see right behind Jed here. Jed, pull over here with me.
Yeah.
You'll see we've got the Low Country Boil going in right now. So if you're here on the parking lot, you're the west lot, east lot, softball lot, over here at the C lot, no matter what, if you're watching, come on over and get this. It's going to be done in about 40 minutes. Just put it in, 40 minutes from now, we'll be plating and we'll be throwing down.
Yeah, I'm excited, and so get on over here. The weather is fantastic. Beautiful day for a football game. So come down, hang out with us, and try out some of this Low Country Boil.
I'm a little disappointed in how late everybody is setting up. You know, it's noon and people are just now pulling in and putting their tents up over in the west lot. We were over here real early, but it took a while to set this up. We had some delays and doing some things, but you know, it's kind of bare here right now at noon.
Yeah, which is a little surprising. I'm hoping it starts packing in here soon.
All right, so let's talk a little football. Let's
Yeah.
talk this game. One of the big key points that KD and I were making was how electric this offense is for Old Dominion. And it's so electric, if you didn't watch our preview show, 6.78 yards per carry as a team, and that leads the country. Doesn't get any more efficient than that. They're a highly efficient team when it comes to yards, when it comes to scoring. Their offense is as explosive as you're going to see anyone we play this year. And right now, number one in the country, that means they're outpacing Georgia that we played, and we figured that would be the biggest offense we faced. So we're going to have to score some points today. Jed, you weren't on the preview show. This is just KD and I. So any thoughts that you have from this matchup that you want to talk about?
Nothing in particular. I feel like you guys covered it pretty well. You know, this season, as a team as a whole, I want to talk a little bit just our team as a whole. You know, we've been putting some of the pieces together. I'm hopeful that we're going to be able to put more of the pieces together today. This is definitely going to be a tough showing. I mean, this is a really, really good ODU team that's trying to make some noise nationally here. So actually, I think we're getting ready to
let's hear from some of these ODU fans, which we have more of them over here right now than we have our own, because we just complained about how it's noon and we don't have a big tailgate lot over here right now. But our friends, the Monarchists, they were on the show that I did on earlier this week about getting to know our opponents. And here are two of the main people with the Monarchists. Come on in. Mike Langston, Aaron Zielinski. Guys, you don't have your headphones on, but they can hear. One of you can put them on if you want. Basically, though, all you're going to hear is me and yourself. Yeah. We were just talking about how explosive the offense is for you guys.
Okay.
6.78 leads the country. As a team, you've got 9.3 from your running back, 8.4 from your quarterback. Even the game against Indiana, when he was held in check, Colton Joseph, through the air, he had two runs of 75 and 78 yards for touchdowns for your only points, and he put up 179 yards on 10 carries. One of those was a sack, and you see 153 of those yards were on 2 carries. Tell these fans a little bit about what you have seen since you've watched every game. We have seen highlights and scores. Tell us about this prolific quarterback and offense that you have.
So this Tennessee wide splits offense that we're running, it all starts up front. If you watch this O-line today on the zone reads, there's going to be a lot of pulls and blindside blocks. And if they execute it, it will be a thing of beauty for us. And it just opens these wide lanes that allows them to get to the second and third level and creates those explosives you're talking about.
And earlier in the season, preseason, there was a kind of an upstart podcast that didn't do a lot of homework, and they talked about...
We know that podcast.
Yeah, well, I know you do. You knew about it before I did, but I found out about it like 2 or 3 days after you guys did. Also coming into frame right now, former Herd football player. Oh, I've got a very bad arm from a fall, and you just heard it a lot more. Oh, that's right where, yeah, that's where it is. You found it. Anyway, Brett Riffey And I just want to say, Brett runs the team store, the stadium store over here, and it's open right now. And if you are anywhere around here, come over, see Brett and the crew in there and get you some good gear. Brett?
Yeah, absolutely. Come on in anytime. We're open the minute the tailgate lot's open on game days. We're also open on Thursdays and Fridays from 10 to 7. So swing on by and go Herd.
Go Herd.
Sorry for hitting your elbow.
It's all right, man. I'll go to the emergency room here in a minute. Anyway, we were talking, that podcast didn't do a lot of homework, and they said this is not a good receiving crew. Right. Talk about how this is a good receiving crew for ODU.
So this offseason, Cody Cook and Ricky Ronnie rebuilt the wide receiver room, and they really hit the JUCO ranks hard. They brought in Trey Brown, Ja'Cory Thomas, Theron Johnson, Sidney and Banisor, and they brought back A.R. Gladding, who is just kind of come into his own in his second year here. But Trey Brown and Ja'Cory Thomas were JUCO All-Americans for teams that played in the JUCO National Championship. They're both explosive big receivers that allow Colton to have the ability to be a little off, and they can bail him out. So he doesn't have to be perfect with these guys. Aaron, you want to add anything?
There's not much to add there with the wide receivers. I mean, you got 3 guys that have really been balling out with over 300 yards, between 300 and 350 yards, and it doesn't really matter who it is. Colton's finding them all.
Yeah,
it's a pick your poison thing.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about on our preview. Is you can't just say that our number one thing was stop or at least try to contain Colton Joseph, because if you do that, you're taking away the receivers. If you're taking him out, because no one's throwing to him. If you can contain him on the ground, that is a huge order to try to do. But even if you do that, you still got other running backs. Your offense is not relying on any one person this year. It's just dynamic top to bottom. And Herd fans don't want us to just sit here and glaze an opponent, but when you come in and the rankings that you have speak for themselves, right? Yeah. We're just trying to speak the truth. This is a dynamic, explosive, prolific offense. It's highly efficient, near the top of the country in proficiency rankings at anything you look at. So it's going to be a tall task for our defense to try to keep up today. One of the things that we said we were going to have to do is you're going to have to score a lot of points, because you guys are primed to score a lot of points. Well, your defense is performing crazily good this year as well. Talk about that a little bit.
I mean, I think from a defensive standpoint, they've been a good defense for the last few years. The problem is the offense hasn't been able to be consistent at all, so the defense has had to be on the field way too long. So throughout the course of a game, they would wear down, and then throughout the course of the season, they would wear down even more. So the defense is getting off the field. I mean, it's still the bend, don't break kind of offense. We're going to give up yardage. We've been really good keeping people out of the end zone. Mm-hmm. But the offense has been able to be consistent, not doing 3 and outs, giving the defense a chance to kind of rest and then be strong. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we've been rotating a lot more players, I think, than we have in years past.
And earlier this week when we talked, I talked about how good we are on first and second down. And Stats of War, I don't know if you follow him on Twitter. He puts out great analytics.
Parker Fleming, yeah.
But if you look at what he put out for early down EPA, we're like top 10 in the country. Mm-hmm. And it allows you to kind of blitz on third down, because you're forcing the opponent to be in third and long all day.
Yeah, so the theme here is we have our hands tied, because you can't just outscore them because the defense is really good. Plus, it's going to be hard to outscore them because they score better than most people in the country.
But I will say there's a caveat here. So, obviously, Indiana gave us fits defensively. Mm-hmm. They were able to run the ball and throw the ball all over us. We really did good against them in the red zone, which is a great thing about the 3-3-5, and Marshall fans will come to understand that. But since then, I don't think we've played a quarterback that is good throwing and running that like Carlos
Del Rio Wilson.
he offers something we haven't had to face since week 1.
Yeah. And he is the X factor that we highlighted. Well, he and Floyd Lacey. KD specifically said Floyd Lacey is our X factor because he returns punts. He has several this year of over 40 yards. He also kind of broke out down at Middle Tennessee because they lined him up at wide receiver and they made sure to try to run the offense through him. And he just exploded. He is somebody that can take it to the house at any point. Carlos Del Rio Wilson can hurt you through the air. He can hurt you on the ground. He's extremely efficient, 78.5 or 75.8 percentage. No matter what, anyway, that's pretty good on his completions. 9 touchdowns, no interceptions, takes care of the ball.
And I think what we saw when we looked at his numbers, without pressure or blitzing, his completion percentage is like 84%.
80 something, and it dropped to 40 when it was under pressure.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a key.
Yeah.
For the Monarchs.
We have Gerald here.
Oh, yeah. Our athletic director just stopped by.
We understand.
Thanks to the Monarchists for coming by, guys.
Hey, good luck today. Injury-free football. Let's have some fun.
And one final thing, take about 15 seconds, just what you've loved about Huntington so far.
The people. The people, number one. Like, everyone has been so kind and gracious towards us so far. The food has been pretty good. And I was surprised about, like, your neighborhood and the neighborhoods around, how beautiful and, like, classic they are. It reminds me a little bit of Norfolk, but also a lot of Virginia towns.
Yeah. Well, at one time, a long time ago, it was a Virginia town. And then we said, you know what? The best part has to break off, right? Nah, I'm just messing with my friends. Hey, guys, seriously, if you want some really good content, there's going to be, they'll do a review, a recap of this game. So you'll definitely want to watch them. Hit us up if you don't know how to find them, but just look for ODU, the Monarchists. If you search that, you'll catch everything they are. Guys, thank you so much. Let's have a good game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll get him on.
All right. So we have some other guests here. There's some people in the background that we said we wanted to make sure to get on, but we got somebody else that just stopped by. And he's a little early for the Low Country Boil that will be coming out in about 30 minutes, but looks like he found himself a pepperoni roll, I think.
I did.
And I've got Gerald Harrison here. Gerald, I'm going to give you just a second to chew that up, swallow it, whatever you need to do. But
yeah, really.
We were just talking about it's a little bit of a late start for the crowd, but they're filtering in and it's filling in pretty good right now. You can't beat this weather. And we've got an excellent football game ahead of us today. One of the highest efficiency offenses and defenses in the country that we're going up against. What better way to spend a Saturday than right here at the Joan? And real quick, too, it's off camera, but you guys just did a lot of minor detail stuff that just made it look so much better.
Well, you know what? That's one thing we want to do. First of all, you're right. Thank you for having me on as well. But this is an incredible day. I mean, how about this weather?
Yeah.
Be back at the Jones for the first time in about a month. You're right. There's a line of folks trying to get into the parking lots. I think they celebrated high school football a little bit last night, so they're
and soccer this morning.
Big win by soccer last night. That was fun. But on to the point, we did try to do in this month period of time, try to touch on a lot of things that we've heard about and things that were really that we can respond to the fans for and to give them, signs of the future and things that we're going to try to do. And one of those is really paying attention to what people are saying. And it was right. We needed a better place to celebrate our championships. We needed national championship flags. We needed to do some things to try to improve the entryways to the stadium and the fast pass and things like that. So people have an opportunity to get in the stadium and to be there in time to cheer on the herd when the team takes the field. And so, it was a busy month, but it was a good month.
Yeah, and I have seen so many people on social media, talk to them in person, seen it on message boards where they said, this administration has listened to the fans. We just voiced this and this and this and this, and look what they've done since. They had talked about putting up banners and things about our conference championships, the 2 national championships that we have. They're up. They're here for everybody to see. The Fast Pass. People complained about long lines, which one, you want to have long lines and people wanting to get into your stadium, but you don't want it to be 45 minutes or something. So you guys came up with an amazing thing. If you're watching and you don't know what we're talking about, Gate B North, where the Sky Suite entrance is, right now you can go over, get your ticket scanned. As long as you're not taking a bag in that needs to be checked later on, you'll get a wristband. You just walk right on through later on when it's game time. That's open right now. It's going to be 4 hours before kickoff when they do that every week. This is the first week they're doing it. I think it is an amazing thing, and I hope you take advantage of it.
Yeah, it's just a start. That's the great thing about it. We have so many plans. Some of the stuff that we did is obviously temporary to get us through the rest of the season, the next 3 or 4 home games. But as we go along, you'll start noticing things, even between now and homecoming.
Yeah.
There'll be some other stuff done. And we really want to brand better. We want to be recruit ready. Like I think I mentioned to you one of the first times I was on the podcast. Everything that we're going to do is about how we're going to look externally and how our student athletes are going to feel internally about being a part of the herd.
Yeah. And this is the 3rd game that the deck has been open, and I'm going to be on it for the 3rd time. Can you sell this? I sell it all the time, but can you tell people what a great value this is and how it helps us as an athletic department moving forward?
So the great thing about the deck, what makes it unique, it is the only place in the country where you can pay to join a club or organization like the deck group and see the football game from 3 different perspectives in one suite area. There's not an upcharge to go down. You can either watch it from the deck where you got the elevated view. You can really see the lanes open up and see the plays develop. It's a really cool view. You can also come down and watch it from the field level and sit down in a comfortable seat like you would do at home. Or you can stand on the sideline and see exactly how big those jokers are running around and how fast they are. And so on top of that, you got premium beverages. You got great food from local vendors. Everybody here loves Backyard and the Peddler. That's who's providing the food. So it's not like you're getting some concessions type food. And so all of that for one price. And so that's good. The other part of it is after we make enough money in the year to pay off the debt for because everything costs. So we got to pay for that. And we pay our yearly note. All of that money goes back into revenue sharing, which we'll use to support the program, to support our student athletes. So it's not where we got these third parties dealing with everything with NIL. And there's nothing wrong with those.
Right.
But it gives us some control in what we can do and pour in directly into our student athletes, whether it's enhancing our nutrition, whether it's actually putting resources toward their travel, coming back and forth. So many different things that we can do. So you're giving to a good cause. There's a write-off for it. All that good stuff that when you do your taxes, you want to make sure you got right.
And you've got to keep up with the Joneses in the ever-changing landscape of college athletics right now. I've heard people say, well, I don't like how it's going with NIL or transfer portal because it's not what they grew up on. But that's not going away. They've made some modifications. It's not going away. If we're not taking advantage of it, other teams are, we're going to fall behind. So anything we can do to stay on this, and the deck, I think, is the number one thing to help us with that.
Well, the deck is definitely one of them. You know what I love is when people say, well, this is not the way it used to be, but cell phones, people didn't start using their cell phone. You didn't have one of those when we grew up, but now we got them and can't put them down.
Yeah.
So change is not always bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's some great opportunities there, and these student athletes in the program that we're building, they're still Marshall. They're still a part of the herd and will forever be a part of the herd. And so we just got to remember that as we go through this process.
Yeah. Gerald, thank you for stopping by. What I love, you're always going to see Gerald stopping by tailgates. He wants to have his finger on the pulse of what the fans are doing. And I think you've seen that early into this with the changes that they've made and the little small details. So thank you very much.
Appreciate it as always. Y'all have a great game. Go Herd.
Go Herd. All right, so let's talk a little bit more football here as Jed comes back over. We're 14.5-point underdogs at home, and that hasn't happened, I think, since 2016. That tells you kind of the scope of what we're looking at here in this game. High-powered offense, a good defense that has done a lot. So it's going to be a tall task to win this game. Can we win this game? Yes, we can. I predicted 35-31 that we would lose this game, just that it's so much to try to overcome, their offense, their defense, but there is a route to do it. They've lost this year. They have not played, a juggernaut of a schedule because the teams that they played are a little bit down this year, with the exception of Indiana, but they have taken care of business. No game has really been close. What can we do to get that a little bit closer to a 35-31 or us winning? We could force a lot of turnovers. We could shut down Colton Joseph through the air and make them one-dimensional, and then make them beat us with the run. And if we can pass how we've been passing, we could sure win this game, but it's not going to be easy. Jed, it's about out of time for us. You've got somewhere to go. I've got the food here that everyone's handling for me while we're doing the show, but I got to get hopping in here too. But one final thing, this comes in from KD, who is monitoring a little bit of social media and the announcements and everything while we're here busy. And he's in Tampa sick and cannot be on. But he said one change from the injury report for Marshall. Defensive lineman Jaleel Rivera-Harvey was added and is a game-time decision. All others that were mentioned on Wednesday remain out. So not a huge change for ODU or for Marshall from everything that was listed on Wednesday. Jed, any final thoughts on this?
No, this is definitely a game that we can win. It's honestly a game that could get away from us, but I like our chances in this one. We've been improving game to game. Unfortunately, we've not been notching it in the win column, but we have been doing things better game to game, and I see us doing that again today. And I very rarely bet against the herd, and I'm not going to bet against them today.
Well, I sure hope we win. Jed, as we get ready to cut off, if you would, I'm going to have the Emmets come over here from England, and we'll get them on just 30 seconds to a minute.
Sure.
All right, so Madison Emmett, freshman swimmer on swim and dive team, their parents, grandparents, older brother, they're all over here, and Jed and I got to go hang out with them, so we're just going to have them on screen here for just a second.
It's just for a second.
They have immersed themselves in Marshall this season. They actually hung a flag that's like a mashup between the new Marco. It says "We Are Marshall" and has the block M, the herd bar logo, kind of over a Kelly green and white Union Jack. So they brought a lot of England with them. They have immersed themselves in Marshall all week long. Guys, welcome. Just wanted to get you on real quick as we get ready to wrap up. But what have you enjoyed about Huntington since you've been in?
So I think the first thing is the welcome, the people, the foods, the drink, the podcasts, the football, the sport, everything we come for. Literally everything we come for.
You know, I just had the atmosphere around it. Everyone's Marshall, and I just love that. Just everyone's together, everyone's one team, one place. It is just amazing.
I can only second what they've said. We were at the swim and dive last night. It was an atmosphere I've never experienced, and it was everybody. Didn't matter who you were. You had a white hat on. We were cheering, and it was phenomenal.
And it helped that Maddie had an absolute monster game in the pool, right? Right? It was a great meet for her.
Yeah, she did very well. So yeah, I think she surprised herself. Yeah, she wasn't on her own, but yeah, she loved it. She's never had an experience like it, and her face at the end of all of her races said everything to us. Absolutely, it was amazing.
Can't beat that, and I love that you guys got to witness that and enjoy that. That's been great. Do you have anything that you'd like to add?
Oh, I'm just glad I got to see my granddaughter's first meet. Probably won't be over again for a while, but yeah, good to be here. Everyone's beautiful.
That's so great. Guys, I'm going to let you get back to their first ever tailgate. And I told this story before from when we went to dinner on Wednesday, but you said tailgating's not really a thing for football over there. We're talking about European football, not American football. And I said, why? I thought that would be a thing. And you said it's in individual pubs before the game, and you didn't do it in the tailgate in the lots because everyone would be fighting.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we're right beside Old Dominion. It's like that blows our brain. It's like, we're good. It's
We don't have many friends from many other clubs.
So yeah.
You got to love that. And guys, with that, I'm going to sign us off and say this was just an epic, short episode, but we had a ticket giveaway that was great, thanks to one of our fans and thanks to the donors that did that. We had some new friends, lifetime friends now from England. We had someone that stopped by that was unexpected, Gerald Harrison, the athletic director. Former player came over and nearly broke my nearly broke arm. So that was great. And just never know who's going to show up on ThunderCast Live powered by Ignite Link. But hey, I've got another 2 shout-outs before we go. One, Jed makes all this happen right here. We're going live thanks to Jed at Ignite Link and Layer 1, and we could not do this. We're going live in a parking lot right now with some pretty good reception, and it's thanks to you and your companies. And if he can do this here, you know how you can't barely get check a game score? Well, we're going live in a parking lot as well as anybody else around here. So if he can help this and it be not what he does for a living, think about what he can do for you. And also, all this food, all this drink, the tailgate that we have here, made possible by Landscaping by Hillcrest. Make sure to go to landscapingbyhillcrest.com. Check out what they do. We're not talking about people that come and mow your grass and put some mulch down. They do a lot of water features, hardscapes, that sort of thing, and they literally are the premier landscaper around.
I am being told off camera that time is up.
Okay. So. All right. We got to go.
Yeah.
With that, Jed's going to take us out of here on physically, and I'm going to take us out of here and just say, go Herd.